Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we're going to have a look at the Wizkids Critical Role Ukatoa Premium Miniature. It comes in this nice box and it has a nice image of the Ukatoa on the front part of the box. This is the side of the box and the other side is also the same. And this right here is the behind part of the box. The Ukatoa, it comes in 3 pieces inside. Unfortunately, I would prefer if it was all one piece in a big base, but like this you can basically extend it and make it look larger. It depends on the distance that you place these 3 parts. This is Leuk-O, a really nice looking beast. I'm looking forward to get this on my hand for a very long time. So let's waste no time and open this up to see how it looks. So this is Leuk-O, there you have it at the side of the box. This thing looks gorgeous, it's fantastic, one of the coolest minis that I have. Can you imagine how it would look like if it was on a big large base, all of it? I think that would be amazing. But like this, I think you can storage it easier. So let's waste no time and have a closer look to each part of its base. This is the tail, it has eyes pretty much all over his body. Very nice and cool looking tail. Well, it misses this seed diorama right here on the base, which I would like if it had, or at least if they had painted bluish this part of the base. But overall, I think this one looks really nice. It's very nicely painted and sculpted, wonderfully detailed, incredibly detailed. I mean, take a look at this beauty right here. It's fantastic. It has pretty much eyes to all of the parts of his body. It has 2 right here and 2 also right here. I think it can see with all of them also. Really nice. This spikes right here is kind of sharp, so you need to take care of. The tail looks amazing. Awesome, and I also like this bluish color, this purplish coloration that it has on some of the sides, you know, to highlight the details. I think they give it an extra touch on the miniature. And underneath it says Ukatoa tail in brackets, just to know that this one is the tail. Here we have the body of the Ukatoa, and underneath it says Ukatoa body. And again, like I said, I think it would be much better if they have painted some kind of waterish base right here, water thing on the base. You can misunderstand this for a hand and basically hit this part of the body when you actually think that it's a head, while it's not, because it has this thing like eyebrows or some sort of like tentacles things, where when you see it you're supposed to be the head, but it's not. It has 2 eyes right here from this side and 2 eyes from the other side. It has this nice greenish coloration and this purple also on the side. They also have added some glossy effect on it to look more shiny because it's an aquatic beast. I also appreciate this metallic greenish coloration right here. Very nice color, this light greenish coloration. I think this is one of the best minis that the Wizkids has produced so far. I'm really impressed with this one. Multiple eyes to all of his body, so it's pretty hard to attack this beast from other side. They will see you from any direction. And right here we have the head of the Ukatoa. Has plenty of eyes also on the sides and on the other side as well. And you can see a big one also in the middle on the forehead. Some other right here on the neck. Oh, it has 3 right here. It has also in the middle on this spot. So yeah, really interesting and unique kind of creature, I can say, to add on the collection of sea monsters. I think I will add it on my Sea of Monsters collection, although I would prefer if it had a water base right here. This one is the only disappointed part of the miniature, because I like when Wizkids produce sea creatures, you know, to cover the base with water, so to show you that this you can place it on a water diorama. It has also these tentacles that we see before and on the body, so that's why you can mistake this part of the body with this one, like for a head. And it has also this smaller tentacle stuffs right here on the side of his back, but unfortunately they don't have this this purplish coloration like this 3 on the head, and they go all the way down right here, unfortunately, and for some reason they don't continue and on this one, on the other part, so I think they stop pretty much a little bit down on this of each part of his body. The teeth though have been done really nicely, very nicely sculpted. I like the coloration they use. It's not the same white with the belly, so really nice job from Wizkids on this one, and also the mouth inside. I appreciate these tentacles also right here. They remind me of the Kraken that they have released a few years ago. I think it's also a good time to see a new Kraken miniature from Wizkids, a bigger one than the previous one I can say, because we have seen that Wizkids can produce really big minis if they want, so I think they should give us a really big, massive Kraken, to add on the collection. It also has a nice cool spikes right here on the side part of underneath part of his neck, which though they stop right here for some reason, they don't continue underneath. This is also something really unique. I don't have seen to any other sea creatures that I have. So yeah, really interesting. I like this tentacle and all this weird stuff flopping around from his head to make it look more alien or demonic, if you will, an abyss creature maybe. Definitely looks like a creature from the abyss. I don't play the Dungeons and Dragons game. I only collect minis because I like them, and I think they're good for diorama purposes. Or even though I would be interested in starting playing the game sometime, because I have collected a lot of minis over the years, I basically get only the ones that I like. I don't know pretty much about the lore or the story of this thing, but I know that it was trapped inside the deep waters or something like that, and was worshipped because it's like a Leviathan demigod. But anyway, because of this channel we love comparisons, let me show you how it scales next to some other Wizkids aquatic creatures that they have. I try to have pretty much all of the big or premium sea creatures that Wizkids and D&D produced. I think I have pretty much all of them. I don't know if I miss any big aquatic creature with base. I'm not talking about the small mini figures. I'm speaking about the premium ones. Now let's make it like this to make some space. And here's a look next to the Wizkids Critical Role Monsters of Wildmood Suavane Basilisk. Hope I pronounced right its name. I really like the base of this basilisk. It has this nice splash of water underneath it, something that I would like also if the Ukatoa had. Here it is also next to the Wizkids D&D Wigwilm Premium Miniature. Now you can see that Ukatoa is actually bigger than this one, even though this one looks also pretty big, because it's not all of his body entire the sea, so you cannot understand how big this one is, but I think Ukatoa outscales this one a lot, even though even in the head is pretty much like the entire figure, and it's pretty thicker also. Here it is also next to the Dragon Turtle miniature. Ukatoa outscales this one also. Here it is also next to another Wizkids premium miniature, the Dieter figure or Dieter. I don't know how exactly to pronounce its name, but it's basically a dragon turtle like the previous one, even though that this one is actually bigger. I would prefer if all the base was covered by this water, but I think this one is pretty big. But as you can see, Ukatoa outscales this one also. Also next to the Seas and Shores Maw of Sekola, two-headed shark premium figure. I think this two-headed shark, even though it looks pretty cool, doesn't look that dangerous or a threat for the Ukatoa. Here is also next to the Mwangi Expanse Mamlambo premium miniature. I think he also cannot stand a chance. Basically looks like a sea dinosaur or a sea lizard creature, something like that. I'm not sure, something along those lines. Here is also next to the Icons of the Realms Hydra premium miniature, which it has, in my opinion, the best looking base that I would like for my sea creatures, because it's really clean, I can say. It doesn't have waves popping around left or right, or you don't see the base at all. You only see water, which is something that I really appreciate. I think this would be ideal for Ukatoa also, if it had a base like this Hydra. Maybe Hydra could be some sort of a threat, but look at the size of Ukatoa's head. I think it's like 2 or 3 of the Hydra's heads. And this is the only Hydra that we have from Wizkids that it's inside the water. We have one also from Jungle of Despair that we have also reviewed the channel. We also have which doesn't have this sea diorama underneath, so you have it on a swamp. We also have the Polychranus World Eater Hydra, which we have also reviewed on the channel, basically like a dragon with multiple heads, not an actual Hydra. I think this one is one of the best Hydra's figures we have outside there, and I really like the base of it. Unfortunately, we only see 5 heads, not 9, like a Hydra should have. I'm really hoping that Wizkids maybe one day produce a bigger Hydra, because as you can see with Leuk-O and the other figures, Wizkids has shown us that they can produce really big minis. Even though I like this Hydra, I would like to see a new or improved version of this Hydra, which basically will have the entire Hydra on the top of the base and the water. I think that would be really nice, and I would definitely get that one. And here it is also next to the Kraken, prepainted miniature figure, also from Wizkids. You can see on this one on the chin it has this tentacle stuff, pretty much similar with the ones that Leuk-O has. I think this one, because I don't have with the tentacles, I don't put the tentacles right here. But like this only you can see that this Kraken can actually be a threat for the Leuk-O. Take a look also on this nice cool looking base that this Kraken has with the splash of the water, how nicely painted this one is. I really hope Wizkids produce more sea creatures with nice bases like these ones to extend our sea monsters collections from Wizkids. I like the big ones though, not the small minis. I'm thinking to glue all of these parts to one big base if I somehow make or find a big base to try to put all of them on one base. Do you think it would look cool and it would be a good idea or no? Please let me know in the comments down below. So this was, guys, the Wizkids Dungeons & Dragons Critical Role Leuk-O Premium Miniature. Thank you for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.